Welcome. I'm Jason Hill.
And I'm Danny Linsky.
And this is No Joke Survival.
Preparations for the average family.
Where's James?
I don't know. Normally, I'm either looking way up or just kind of average right here. James must be doing the beginner's box or something. Whoa.
What are you doing?
I was fixing the gadget because this is the gadget episode.
You are all about your gadgets.
All about something.
Well, what can I say? Gadgets are cool.
They really are. Lots of fun. The new technology that we have out, not only does it make your life easier, but some of it's just plain fun to have.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you now that you're here. But
Now that I'm here, I'm the center of attention. Actually, we know they're cool, but why are gadgets cool?
Yes. Well, one of the reasons is that they're lighter. With all this new technology, you take like a tent that a few years back might have weighed 2 or 2.5 pounds. Now they've got the space age materials and carbon and aluminum and all this whatever, to where the tents are under a pound now. So for those people that are doing backpacking and hiking out in the country and camping out, the gear is lighter.
And for folks like me who can't carry, 70 pounds like they used to be, that's more than half my weight there. So it's nice for us little ones.
Yeah. Same thing with like synthetic sleeping bags. They're now rated really low and lightweight, so you can carry your sleeping bag with you as well. Lots of different products. Yeah. Clothing like merino wool, instead of the big jumbo wool sweaters that were all itchy, now they've got different techniques for the fibers, so you can have something that's really warm and insulating and lightweight.
Well, and I've noticed too that it seems the solar powered things have come a long way in the last few years as well, so that there's portable devices now for that kind of stuff too.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I carried this solar panel like this on my back.
I can imagine that.
Right?
and your backpack. So yeah.
They're huge. Now, solar panels fit into something like this. We'll go over that later. But they're lightweight and portable. And
they're much more cost efficient as well. So many more folks are putting them on their homes because they don't cost you an arm and a leg from the get-go, and then see the return later. And so it's nice.
Yeah, I like it too. And just the fact that they've condensed the size and you can charge your electronics with it. Didn't you say you can use them to cook? There's a way
to that. There's solar stoves that they have now that'll be reflective.
Nice.
So,
very cool
yeah,
too.
Lots of different uses for them.
And then we have human power, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a variety of human-powered versions of everything too, like bicycle.
They have these bicycle-type generators where you can either hand pedal it or crank it, like a bicycle, and that'll charge a battery pack or a generator.
Somebody had a hamster as a child, and they thought, you know what? I have an idea for in a few decades.
But they work really well, and it's a renewable source. As long as you can pedal it, you can recharge things and have a power source.
So you charge things and get a little bit of exercise at the same time.
This is another human
right here.
This is a good example.
I'm the human and I'm powering it. See?
I don't know.
But we got light.
Human? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Almost.
Look at those glasses. No, humans don't wear that.
Now, food.
Yeah.
Another one.
Food is. Obviously, you have to eat to survive, and so now instead of having to carry all kinds of pounds of food, so many, they have dehydrated food now, and they've really made it much more marketable and much more readily available to everybody to use for either backpacking or long-term storage.
Yeah.
You were saying lighter weight too, right?
Yeah, the dehydrated products, you just add water to them, but with the new technologies and water filters and purification, now instead of having to carry in for every gallon 7 pounds out into the field, if there's a water source out there, then you filter the water out there, use that water to rehydrate your food.
Nice.
And so everything's just lightweight, and the filters are lightweight too.
And filters have come a long way as well. You can always kind of makeshift your own thing, but there's so many items of different shapes and sizes to use for all your purification needs.
It really is neat. And we're going to go into more depth about some of these products that we have. We also have a guest that's going to come in and give us some education.
Education.
All right.
I learned that in school.
Yeah.
In the school with the K.
Educated at the schools too, yeah.
And so, yeah, we'll go over some really cool products, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, come on back. We'll go
right.
into detail.
Thanks so much.
Great.
Hi, welcome back to No Joke Survival.
Preparations for the average family.
He's James Blackburn,
And he's Jason Hill,
and today's episode we're talking about cool gadgets.
which is why I'm dressed like a scientist today, because a lot of scientists maybe helped create some of these things.
What are you talking about today? You dress like that all the time. You're just a big nerd.
Yeah, I am a nerd, and I'm proud of it.
But we have a special guest that's going to come in and help us to describe the uses of some of these products. So let's go ahead and bring them in.
All right.
Do your Sasquatch Danny call.
Danny. That was pretty weak, wasn't it?
I hear this kind of,
I laugh every time I hear that.
I don't think it'll ever get old. Anywho, we have our guest, Randy. Randy, come on in. This is Randy Ferris. I'm talking about some cool gadgets while I finish the beginner's box.
Randy Farron.
I'm off.
Hi.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, fellas.
So we're doing cool gadgets today, and we brought you on because you also have a love for cool gadgets like we do.
Of course.
And they're so much fun. Let's go ahead and kick this off with the solar panel and talk a little bit about what you could do with this.
Well, if you have anything that needs recharging, as long as you've got sunlight and the proper connections with the panel, you can pretty much recharge anything.
Yeah, and this particular model has these attachments so you can put rechargeable batteries in here. So if you have flashlights or GPS or anything that takes batteries, you can recharge them out in the field. It also has an attachment to where I could charge my ham radio and have constant communications also, which is
Very nice.
really, really good. So if you're out for an extended trip, you just charge as you go and you don't have to carry a ton of batteries and stuff.
Nice. So you could be on a really long backpacking trip and recharge anything that has batteries in it, you know, and not have to be near an actual electrical source. Very
Yeah.
cool.
And what's really cool about this, where we live, is we have like 310 days of sunshine a year. So this is really applicable here. If you lived in maybe the Pacific Northwest where you have 310 days of cloud,
Not going to work so much there.
Yeah, it might not work so good.
then you have to use a different technology. But that works really good for products. So
Well, what
charging
else
them.
do we got here that we can talk about here? How much I love gadgets.
Yep. This is one that I really like a lot because I do a lot of camping, and that's merino wool.
Yep, that stuff's great. They pretty much make everything out of it. Long underwear, normal underwear, socks, jackets.
What
Pretty
makes
much
this
everything.
different from like the wool that we used to have that was all thick and scratchy?
It's a whole lot softer, a lot more comfortable. You can wear it against your skin, no itch. And also it's antimicrobial, so it doesn't start to stink like a lot of the synthetic clothing.
Nice.
Which is one of those things when you go camping, it's just kind of inherent. You try to stay clean, but you're out hiking
Yeah.
and sweaty. You'll last longer, and
It won't offend your campmates as much. With,
And I also
merino wool.
understand that this insulates a little bit better when it's wet than wool.
Well, it's about the same as wool,
About the same
but
as wool?
cotton, when cotton's wet,
Okay, cotton. Yeah, that was
they
the
say
one I was
cotton-
thinking of.
Cotton
So.
kills in the
Yeah.
cold. You'll
Right.
actually end up colder wearing cotton than you would if you were buck naked and wet.
that's right.
So
this will help out even wet. It'll still keep you somewhat
yeah,
insulated.
it'll
so.
keep you warm, even
Nice.
wet.
Yeah, neat stuff. And they make all kinds of products: sweaters, long underwear, you name it.
Yeah.
Gloves, hats, mittens. I mean socks. So
Interchangeable.
I don't know if they have a size for your Sasquatch feet. But,
I don't know either. They're pretty massive. I wear like a size 32. So what else we got on here?
The stove. I like these little portable stoves because this one will take lots of different types of fuel.
Yep,
You
that
wanna
one
tell
will
us about
take
that?
white gas, diesel, or gasoline. You can toss it all in, just a change of the nozzle inside, and you're using something else to cook with.
even like grain alcohol, if you can get it lit, will work in here.
And kerosene.
And the other great thing about these is altitude.
Yeah, this one, if you have one of the smaller canister stoves, they don't work great at high altitude just because of pressures or in the extreme cold. This one, you create all the pressure yourself by pumping in, so if you start to lose pressure, you just sit there and pump a whole bunch more and you got more pressure.
Yeah, it
It'll
makes a
work.
difference here where we can have elevations over 10,000 feet. And if you're up there
Yeah.
camping and you need to get a fire lit, you do that. And that's another thing too, is weather. If you get into like a rainstorm or something, you can't find any dry material for a campfire. If you can find a cave or some sort of natural shelter, you can still pull that out, boil some water, get some heat from it, and
I can
Stay
tell
warm
you,
and dry.
I've been in my tent a few camping trips when it rained all day, and have this thing right outside in the vestibule, and you can cook away, lay in your tent, and still have food.
Yep, been there.
and lightweight too.
Yeah, very lightweight.
That's the nice thing about all these products is they're lightweight. Here's another lightweight one. You were playing with that when you
Yes,
came
that was
in.
in segment 1. This is our little human-powered flashlight, which I love. I have one at home just to play with it because it's so much fun. But it also could help you in an emergency situation.
Yeah, anything that's human powered. In fact, here's another human powered product that I highly recommend, especially for natural disaster or crisis, is a way of getting some form of communication. If the power goes out and you lose your TV, you can't get news reports, well, you can with a radio. And again, you don't need batteries for this because it just cranks up. And so you can get your weather reports, and it'll also give you some peace of mind because you can, if there's a radio station going, you can listen to some radio, and it's kind of comforting.
Yeah.
And if you hit a good station, you can do some two-step in or a nice waltz in the
Yeah,
dark
yeah,
while
of
you're
course.
waiting for the power
Yeah.
to come back.
I waltzed right into a tree last week. It was awesome.
That's for your two big left Sasquatch feet.
Yes.
I'm gonna run with that joke, just so you know.
Go for it. I am a Sasquatch, or at least part Sasquatch.
All right, what else we got? Water filters. Water filters have come a long way. They're getting smaller, lighter, faster, better.
Stronger.
Stronger.
But like this one here, you find your water source out in the field, put it in here, throw the filter on, and boom, you have drinkable water.
Instant
Yeah.
drinkability.
And you can just roll this up, stick that in your pack, and it's just real small and lightweight.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one itself is very lightweight, and I really like the Sawyers just because they're very versatile and so lightweight. You're just never gonna forget it.
Yeah,
Throw it
just-
in, and it's not taking up any space, and weighs pretty much nothing. So you always have it with you.
Nice.
Just in
Okay.
case.
Well, we have these items, but we also have some items in our beginner's box. So
Yes.
we should call in Danny so we can go
should.
over those.
All right, Danny, where are you? We got a beginner's box moment.
Danny!
Beginner's
No
box. Beginner's
Sasquatch
box.
this time.
Woo!
Yay!
Right?
Beginner's box.
I was waiting
So-
for the Sasquatch call, and
Oh, thank you.
we didn't get it.
Oh, thank you. I feel complete. So this beginner's box itself is kind of sparse just because there's so many other items that we were already talking about. But something that we had touched on in an earlier episode, waterproof matches. And as I had almost said once upon a time, windproof matches, and they are that too in a sense. But you can have these pretty much wherever, whenever you need them. They're really great.
And just real quick, I love these so much because these are ones where you could like dip them in water and pull them out, and they still stay lit.
Yep.
So even if it's raining, you get.
do
fire.
you do that just for entertainment?
I do.
imagine?
I'm easily amused.
And speaking of water, as this one I used to win the contest of
Yes,
a
she
previous
did.
episode, as far as water purification, you just dunk that guy in, take a drink, you're good to go for those shallow ponds and whatnot.
And also
So-
lightweight too, right, Jason?
Yeah, and what is it that makes these so good? The material that's in here, Randy.
Charcoal.
Yeah, the charcoal
Just
carbon.
Pretty much sucking it through charcoal, which might not taste the best in some of them, but you're
It'll
gonna
save your
have
life.
clean, drinkable water, at least for a short time with the life straw, and at least enough time to get out of whatever situation you're in, or get some water for boiling or something like that.
Nice.
Right.
And I think these do up to 20 liters, so that's a nice little drinkable
Yep.
source.
So here we have essentially basically a wound care kit. You can use this out in the field. All you have to do is just kind of pour it on. And I'm not as familiar with this as I'd say probably
Yeah.
you two are, so I'm
Randy.
going to hand it away here.
Yeah,
These
if
are
you're
pro.
you're bleeding a whole lot with this, you just dump it right onto the cut, and it kind of forms a clot and makes it kind of sticky, and then dries, and pretty much just creates a seal right over where it's
Ow.
at.
Nice.
And that's important because if you're out in the field and you get injured, you're not close to medical attention, that loss of blood, you're losing fluids.
Yep.
And so you want to stop that bleeding as quickly as possible and get it wrapped up so that you retain as much of your fluids as possible, correct?
Definitely, you don't want to go into shock or anything like that. The more fluid you lose, the worse off you're going to be,
Gotcha.
because you've got to build all that back up, and that's going to take time.
So for an emergency, lightweight and very effective.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thanks. I'll hold on to that one. And this one, as we have a few different forms of flashlights, this one here is a solar-powered flashlight, and it's pretty self-explanatory. All you have to do is get it in the sun, and it's good to go for after a bit. So this guy, it wouldn't quite fit in the box,
Oh,
so I'm
we
just
got-
going to
we got one more in
scooch
here.
this.
Don't
Oh,
forget
oh.
him.
I won't forget. There's a little.
Look how cute he is.
Here's a
Tiny
little
light.
little,
Yes.
well, you know, little LED flashlight. Woot woot. But now that we haven't forgotten him, this, just to touch on very briefly, is a Gerber. What is it? It's
a
called just
Gerber
a
car
car
kit,
kit. And I'm gonna set this back down here real quick. See if I can pop her open. But this has got all kinds of different quick essentials. You know, shovel. There's an auto escape hammer, flashlight.
Axe, multi-tool, wire cutters, saw, shovel, first aid kit.
Very cool.
And yeah, we want to thank Gerber for sending it because this is really neat. It's got so many items compressed into one small package. They're so important for survival.
You know exactly where it's at.
Yep. Yeah, these things are the
Come
best.
back after the break, everybody, and we're going to have another fun contest.
Oh yeah, that was pumpkins.
Pumpkins. Pumpkins.
Yeah.
That's a cool tool.
Well. Hi, I'm Jason Hill with No Joke Survival, and today I'm doing a quick demonstration on the Goal Zero's solar panel and why I think these are so awesome. One of the neatest things about them is how small and portable they are. So you have this solar panel which will easily collect the sun and transfer it into energy. And one of the nice things about this is all the different things that you can do with this. And so you have battery packs, rechargeable batteries, AA or AAA and AA. And this is great because if I'm out in the field and my GPS goes down, I can open this thing up, slap in a couple of these rechargeable batteries, and when I'm out in the field, as long as I have some sunlight, I can get my batteries charged. And so if I have flashlights that take the smaller AAAs, I've got two pieces of technology that I'm charging now, flashlights and my GPS. Another nice thing is my cell phone. I may not have coverage, but I might have some apps on here that could help me for first aid or for navigation. And so with that, I can plug it in. Like that. Set it out in the sun, and now I'm charging my cell phone. Very cool. But the fun doesn't stop there because I can also hook up this attachment, just like you would have in a car. And now, if my ham radio goes down, I can charge my ham radio. So I have my cell phone, my flashlight, my GPS, and my ham radio that I can charge all these items out in the field with this very small, very portable Goal Zero solar panel. Fantastic piece of equipment. I recommend you go get one. Thanks a lot. Bye. Hi, welcome back to No Joke Survival.
Preparations for the average family.
I'm Jason Hill.
I'm Danny Lenski.
And I'm James Blackburn. Ooh.
And today's episode was about cool gadgets. I think we had a lot of fun. It's so easy to talk about because there's so many neat things.
There is.
And it's an ever-changing subject. I mean, there's always going to be something brand new next year that outdates some of the other stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of products that we didn't even get to feature on the show. The time is just so short.
And for a nerd like me, this episode is kind of painful because I realize that there's a lot of things I don't have that I really want or need. And
Yes.
so after today, I'm going to go spend my royalty check from this show.
Our millions and millions of dollars.
Yes.
Well, if you can find something that cheap, then by all means buy it. But, you know, fall is in the air. It's getting colder. And so I just thought for fun we'd do a pumpkin carving contest and see who could come up with the best pumpkins. So,
Kind of quasi no-gutting the
yeah,
pumpkin.
we don't
we'll
have
see
much
how
time.
it goes.
We'll just
All
on your
right.
marks, get set, and go. Let's see.
This will be a test of tools as well, I suppose. Oh
This
my lord.
if my knife is sharp or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at Jason go, man. He's already, I got 2 holes.
Can I
here.
borrow your knife? This guy, I feel like I'm using a butter knife here.
I gave you the tool that works the least well.
Thanks. Way to stack the deck. Not in my favor.
He did it out of love.
Well, in the back we've got some hatchets and whatnot.
That pumpkin sure smells fresh.
Yes, it does. And as we had talked about canning and preserving, squash preserves quite well, actually. So,
Nice.
and you can either, when you put it in the oven, you can either put it with a skin up or flesh up, and it has 2 completely different different textures afterwards. If you were looking for immediate consumption.
Man, this guy is cooking. Look at him. He's got a mouth and everything.
Can I borrow your knife? I mean, this.
I don't even
this
have the
little
lid
guy-
off yet.
Yeah.
Use that.
Thank you. See, this is detail work for you.
Well, and what's one of my favorite
thank you.
things about pumpkins is the pie.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
Fresh pumpkin pie, not out of a can, is so good.
Look at that. That's
See, I've
freaking
got
awesome.
mine's camouflaged here.
What?
It just goes with the
Is this
theme.
clown?
Nice.
Clown
You
cake.
can't have a
A clown with makeup. I love it.
clown.
Or a
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin with me.
Well, pumpkin dressed up and having a facade as a clown.
Hey, what are we gonna do with these when the show's over?
I have no idea.
Well,
Actually,
we have all kinds of recipes to use, perhaps.
the seeds of these are awesome. So you bake them up, and you know, they're really good.
I had my first pumpkin seed in kindergarten, and I was rather ignorant. I thought that you just ate the whole thing, so I had shell and all, and I remember quite vividly thinking in kindergarten, I hate pumpkin seeds. These taste like crap.
Do you want to lead us out?
Oh, sure, I suppose. That's my pumpkin's just kind of lame right now. Well, that is it for this episode. And if you want to follow us on Facebook, come and see us. It is facebook.com/nojokesurvival. And you can also visit our website at nojokesurvival.com. There you can find more details about different products that we used. If you have any questions, shoot us the questions on Facebook. And if there's anything that you want to know more about, just let us know. And come back next week. Next week we're gonna, what is our episode next week? We're gonna talk about Is it
Social networking.
Social networking,
Yes.
not Facebook status. This is No Joke Survival, so
Great.
I give up
Thanks
on my
so
pumpkin.
much, everyone.
Thank you. Come on.
All right, I'm
What's
gonna
that? I'm
still
gonna
finish
steal this
this
pumpkin.
thing,
This
right?
one's mine. Look at that.
I'm still going. And some of these other ones right here, we have things falling on the ground. Oh, I think I may have wet myself a little bit.
If you're up on a mountain, you may want to go down into a valley, you know, or observe the area. Some lime.
Oh my God, what is that? What is that, dude? I think
Probably a Sasquatch. They're all over the place.
this is important. You don't want to wipe your backside with something that might be poisonous.
What you want to do is literally just sit down and listen.
I kind of blew my way through there pretty badly. There was a lot of outtakes. It's back, dude! It's back! Ah! Where is it? There it goes!
That's awesome. You never know what you're going to find in the wild. I love it. Or some sort of area where you're going to find people and be rescued.
Oh, man, that hurts! And now for a blooper.
I literally got ants in my pants. While I was talking, I could feel them crawling down my butt crack.